The silent auction, it's a popular fundraiser for charities. Tables full of goodies all over the place. Donors buy, with the proceeds funding good work in the community.
Yeah, we've all done it, right? Made a bid. Items like autographed memorabilia, albums, guitars, signed by famous bands. Now a Fox 19 investigation has uncovered that some of what's for sale at one of the largest fundraisers in Cincinnati may in fact be fake. Hagit Lamore joining us with this Fox 19 Investigates exclusive.
That's right. What we have uncovered happens every week all over America in countless charity events trying to help the blind, the disabled, to find cures for cancer, to help feed the homeless. Charities buy or consign items like this one, a Led Zeppelin album signed by the whole band. Or is it? Our coast-to-coast investigation raises serious questions about whether local charities across the nation unwittingly are selling some of their biggest donors fake memorabilia. It's one of the biggest fundraisers of the year in Cincinnati. 3,000 people going crazy, jamming the entire floor of the convention center. Thank you! They're here at the Rusty Ball to support more than 160 local charities that benefit from this one night. Around the room, tables full of silent auction items, from baskets to this entire corner full of albums and guitars signed by the likes of Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, Elton John, Pink Floyd.
People are amazed by the kind of stuff we get down here.
Steve Fritch organized the Rusty Ball 6 years ago, an outlet for his popular local band, the Rusty Griswolds, to give back to the community by organizing one huge party that benefits so many good causes.
It's the hearts that make this thing happen.
Not too often do you get a chance to pick up a Rolling Stones album signed by all of them.
Eric Kirchhoff spent more than $900 for 2 albums, the Stones and Elton John. His brother-in-law, Dr. Joe Gramada, bought this Pink Floyd guitar.
We paid $2,100 for it.
Gramada had 2 reasons to support the Rusty Ball.
We have a foundation, and it's my son who died of cancer a year ago. So we have used the Rusty Ball for a couple of years as a fundraiser.
Gramada's surviving son is a huge Pink Floyd fan, so he decided to buy this guitar and support the cause at the same time.
He will literally be flabbergasted.
Now it's Dr. Gramada feeling flabbergasted after learning what we uncovered in a 6-month national investigation.
I would imagine hundreds of millions of dollars worth of fakes and frauds and forgeries are sold every year through charities. And the charities don't know about it.
Steve Serkin is the editor and publisher of Autograph magazine.
It's a huge problem going on nationwide and probably worldwide.
Serkin has served as an expert on national network programs after years studying autographs. We took photos of dozens of signed rock and roll memorabilia at the Rusty Ball, then brought them to Serkin for his evaluation.
I'd seen them all before. It was deja vu all over again.
How many were real?
None. I didn't see one real autograph in what you had sent me.
Hey, I'm Roger Epperson.
To make sure, we turned to the man Serkin calls the world's top authenticator of modern music autographs. Roger Epperson is the guy major auction houses like Christie's call to vouch for rock and roll signatures.
You got a Guns N' Roses signed guitar?
Yes.
We flew him here from Houston.
Dr. Joe Gramada.
Roger Epperson.
Then called Gramada and a half-dozen other people
So what you got here? Rolling Stones guitar.
to bring in music memorabilia they bought at the Rusty Ball,
East Street Band? Oh, wow.
so that Epperson could share his expert opinion in person.
Definitely not authentic. Right. They're all signed by the same person. The shape's off on this one. This Elton John is like right up there with one of the worst Elton Johns I've ever seen. This one's definitely not real either. Seen this forger's work many times.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
Epperson says the real items would have cost 2 to 10 times what these donors paid.
$2,000 for a Pink Floyd guitar is way too cheap. They're that difficult to get. You know, they haven't been together in a long time. They don't like each other. Now one of them's dead. You'd probably get $6,500 for it if it was real.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what you paid for it, but what'd you pay for it?
It was $800.
No, there you go.
So.
But the autographs come with what seems to be a guarantee.
Had it not come with a certificate of authenticity, I don't know that I would have paid even the original amount that they had asked.
These items, almost all, came with COAs on the back, guaranteeing their authenticity.
Correct.
How can they be fake?
The authenticity or a COA or whatever is only as good as the person who put their name on it.
All this comes as a huge surprise to the Rusty Ball's Steve Fritsch. We invited him to watch Epperson. Fritsch knew at least one item was real. He personally watched the current lineup of Journey sign this guitar. Epperson didn't know that.
So this one's without question authentic.
It was the only item either expert found to be authentic in the whole lot, leaving Fritsch wondering whose opinion he should trust.
We've researched who we do business with as an organization. We trust the people we work with. They guarantee the things they've submitted to us. And we have to trust that that's real. And so to hear that some of these certificates, even items with certificates, aren't legitimate, that's the disheartening part.
And that's where the story heads east, to the place that certified or sold many of the items our two experts say are fake, a company called Coach's Corner in Souderton, Pennsylvania.
Hi, are you Lee? Yes.
No.
Or Scott?
No, neither one of them's in right now.
4 weeks, we tried to arrange an interview with Coach's Corner. But when we flew for the arranged date, the general manager would only meet us off camera. Lee Trithall told us the items we showed him may be authentic. To me, it's not an obvious forgery. How does he, the expert, know these aren't real?
How certain are you about each of the decisions you made today about which items were authentic and which were not?
1,000%.
There is no question in your mind.
Zero.
Trithall said in 23 years, Coach's Corner has never had an inquiry. We found no court records, but eBay has banned Coach's Corner from selling on its site, and the Better Business Bureau gives it an F. Month after month, the company holds online auctions with signed memorabilia Trithall says is easy to get. But Sirkin and Epperson say the real stuff is rare.
You're saying there's a limited quantity of the real
Absolutely.
signed memorabilia.
Very limited.
Because it seems unlimited when you go to these companies.
Sure. All you want, everything you need. They got it all.
In the world of charitable giving and people giving of themselves, there are people in the world that will take advantage of that, and I think the story exposes some of those companies. You know, our goal going forward is to find out who can we trust.
Your bottom line is this is a worldwide problem costing hundreds of millions of dollars a year.
Easily.
And very few people know about it.
Very few.
And charities around the world are being taken advantage of.
All the time, every day.
Epperson says the fake memorabilia business is much larger than the real memorabilia business because most people who have the real stuff don't sell it, and bands from decades past aren't mass producing new memorabilia. Keep in mind, the authentication business is all a matter of opinion. You have to decide whose you trust. After seeing what we uncovered, the Rusty Ball is making changes and will refund anyone who bought any of this memorabilia during its entire 6-year run. But almost all the donors whom we contacted don't want their money back. They believe in the mission and the charity.
So how much of the rock and roll stuff is fake?
Well, our experts say that if it's the old bands, the real high-end stuff like, say, Led Zeppelin, they say 95% of what is selling is fake. For example, this particular one, which bought at the Rusty Ball, $800, right? They told me that a real one would be $12,500.
Is that right?
Yeah. So this is a really, really important story, but it's not a story that is against any of the charities or the Rusty Ball. They are victims too.
Right, I agree. Good story. It's on our website as well if you missed any of that. Good stuff.
Thank you.